Hey Ghosts, Bounty here from Bounty Gaming, and today we're going to be reading through the title update to patch notes for the recent patch that has dropped on Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. This patch came out on March the 23rd, but we also had a few Titanfall 2 announcements, so obviously we focused on that first, being a Titanfall 2 channel, but what we're going to do is check out these patch notes, see what they're all about, and whether it's a good update for people out there playing Ghost Recon Wildlands. So guys, they like to announce this patch. They said it's going to be about 5 gig in size, and they've had a look at the feedback they've received and things like that. They said here, we've implemented the option to turn off the radios in-game by default. I think that's a really good move, and I'm enjoying it so far, because the first thing that I did whenever I hopped in a vehicle or anything like that was turn off the radio. It was cool at first, it was quite immersive, and it did set the scene. But after you've put 20 or 30 hours into the game, you've heard all the radio channels, you've heard all of the ads, and it gets a little bit annoying, especially if you're playing with an awesome team and you're chatting using in-game comms and things like that. So guys, they've also customized the HUD elements that you can turn on and off for those more hardcore players out there who like a very challenging experience, I'll say, because there's no HUD, no map, nothing like that, so you definitely have to utilize the drone and make sure you can find the enemies out there. There are some PC-specific fixes and improvements. I did notice after the update, I actually lost some frames per second. I was hoping it would go the other way and that I could bump up my settings, but I'll take a closer look at the actual graphic settings that are now available for me and see if I can tinker those to suit a bit more. Alrighty guys, so they've received reports of some players having issues with certain missions in the game, and I can definitely say I've run into this multiple times. There were quite a few missions where it would say steal the chopper, interrogate such and such, find the car and steal it, and those things didn't actually exist in the game. The chopper wouldn't be there, the car wouldn't exist either, and we'd go up and interrogate the person, and all we would see was an arrow pointing at the ground, and no way or no method or nothing we could do to progress in the mission. So yes, it was a little bit frustrating. It was kind of cool though, we got to replay the mission, but some of them were quite long and didn't have a checkpoint, so when you finally arrived and it said, cool, drive the helicopter back to the landing place or take it back to the rebel airport, kill the final person, and you rock up and there's literally a green or yellow arrow pointing at the ground, but nothing there, it does get a bit frustrating, you know. It's not the experience that you want for a AAA game title like Ghost Recon Wildlands. So anyway guys, they've also fixed the XP farming exploit, so anyone out there saying, hey, here's a quick way to get resources on Xbox or PC or PlayStation, yes, they did work originally, but no, they don't work anymore. How they actually fixed this is quite interesting. It was a very simple fix. Whenever you fast travel to a location, all of those side missions are randomized into a new location. So even now, if you look on your map and go, oh, I'm going to farm for resources legitimately, and I see one here very close to this quick travel point, as soon as you quick travel there, I can guarantee you it's moved. Now, it does make it a bit more frustrating because you can't actually quick travel and do side missions, which I think is the legit way to do it. But for those people who found one location that always had a very, very close mission spawning next to it, they did abuse the system. And because of that, people genuinely jumping around just to get a tiny bit closer to a side mission, they've also been punished too. So anyway guys, they say that we can now remap certain keys on the keyboard, that's all good, and it just helps the left-handed players, which is awesome. So for missions and the narration, we've talked about this, the farming exploit. They've adjusted various missions, GPS pathfinding. I didn't actually find any issues with that myself, to be completely honest. And the following missions are now unlocked correctly for these players. So Gold Rush, Sueños Proposition, that one's pretty important because it's for the final boss. Sandoval Dead Body, that's also pretty important for the DEA agent. And El Cerebro, that's one of the, also another very important mission. So I'd be a bit angry if those, weren't working for me as well. So they've also adjusted a few extra things here. and they said that you can now replay these missions here, and they've fixed infinite XP farming on Rebellion Rising mission. I don't know why you would just keep farming that, to be completely honest, because level 30 is the cap and you hit that really early. So if you hit that earlier than you should because you were farming XP on a mission, I don't really think that's going to make the game more fun for you, because you hit the level cap, you've still got to complete the campaign, you've still got to farm lots of resources, get all your skills unlocked, find the skill points and all of that. So honestly, I think it's a bit pointless. But anyway, it's good that it's fixed. NPCs now exit the vehicle properly and stop the convoy missions. Yep, before they would just glitch all over the place. It was shocking. User interface, so they're saying here that they've fixed some of the interface. HUD options we've talked about before. Trophy adjustments, which is cool. Some weapon packs not unlocking properly. We're not purchasing those, but it's good to fix that for the people who are spending extra money. Fix character hiding behind menus in certain situations. I'd actually find that funny. And the HUD now updates when XP boosters are activated. Again, XP boosters are honestly pointless. You hit level 30 regardless very, very quickly. So there's no need to boost, no need to rush. Getting the package I bought, the gold edition, you get an XP booster anyway, and I used it, but getting to level 30 provided no extra benefit. Co-op. We detected some replication issues between players. I did notice the syncing was all over the show, so paint jobs or people dying or when a car exploded, it just didn't seem to synchronize properly, and my teammate would go, yep, I can, tag the supplies, I can tag the drop here, I can talk to the informant, whereas on my screen I would see absolutely nothing, so something wasn't syncing over correctly. And they've mentioned all of them here. So players seen running beside the vehicle or bike they should be sitting in. Also planes and helicopters had that issue. It was pretty hilarious. So I did include that in my first impressions video. I've actually got some footage of that. And I've got some bugs and awkward sort of footages stored away for a rainy day. The following achievements should now be awarded. That's all cool. Fixed a bug where hits would have a lag on them. I did notice that when playing with people from the States, but I'm not sure if that was a location issue, because I am based here in New Zealand, or whether it was just this lag here, but it did make it quite difficult. You would empty a clip into someone, and while you were reloading, the red hit marker would come up, and you would go, oh, okay, so I actually got the kill, even though the person was still standing. It was just really weird. Fixed game freezes in 4-player sessions. Can't say I've run into that, but it's definitely a good fix. And the fixed disconnections. I have been a victim to this multiple times. You're playing, halfway through a mission, having lots of fun. Bang, you're gone. Disconnected, the bots come in. No reason whatsoever. No reason at all. The first thing I did, I alt-tabbed out, I loaded up YouTube, played a video, and it worked straight away. So I knew my internet wasn't the issue there. It was actually just the server, the game just kicking me out for no reason at all. Gameplay. Added fixes and improvements. Players can now select the vehicle they want to spawn in. So what you need to do now on PC, the letter is E, depending on your mapping. But when calling in the helicopter, you can now toggle between the pickup truck, the armored vehicle, and the chopper. This is really important because certain missions, especially the final mission, you don't need a chopper, you actually need an armored vehicle. Now, originally when you unlocked the chopper, you couldn't actually go backwards. Once you got the chopper, that's all you could call in, and nothing else. So it's good that they've listened to players complaining about that, and we now have the choice, which is wicked. Fixed XP awarded when killing an enemy undetected, cool. Couple of bugs there. Players can no longer teleport to safe houses while being hunted. I didn't realize you could anyway. I thought as soon as you were hunted or detected, you couldn't fast travel. Fix flash grenades not stopping detection. That's a pretty good fix because people just don't really use flash. And I think that's why, because you'd throw it in, everyone would go, huh, what's that? And you get detected straight away. Ideally, it should blind them. Yes, it will freak them out, but it should blind them and give you just enough time to get in and get those kills. So they've got some more issues here they've fixed, but to be honest, I'm still experiencing a couple of issues here. They have fixed the one where sometimes you don't die in the helicopter crash. I actually preferred that because that helped in the game, but I'm still dying if I jump out of the helicopter. Occasionally my Ghost actually spawns where the propeller is, or where the blades are, and I just get chopped up in there and die straight away. That's a little bit frustrating time to time. So we've got features here for audio. You can mute radios. They've fixed car radio not functioning in various situations. I mean, that's not really a fix. Just get rid of the radio. And they've got a better mix, a better sort of balance of audio. So they've got lots of graphics fixes here, which is awesome. Just makes the game look a lot better. They've fixed a couple of crashes. I haven't really crashed myself. World, they've fixed lighting glitches and parts where the player could get stuck. They say some. That's actually the key takeaway here. Some world parts. It's going to be very hard with the size of the map that they offer to go in and fix all the little cliffs and nooks and crannies where you can get stuck. Basically, when you get stuck, you can't get back out of there and your screen will just shake. On and on. You can't get out. If people try and revive you, they'll get stuck as well. So it's good that they are making progress there. So these are the graphics changes I was talking about earlier, PC specific improvements. So I need to look into those and sort out my frames per second personally. Performance, miscellaneous, fixed a bug on medication air transport in Tabakal. I don't think I've actually done that one yet. Fixed an issue with character poses in Ansel, awesome. And solved a controls issue where one couldn't sprint from crouch or prone. Wicked. So they'd like to thank everyone for their passion. And there's going to be more features, more updates, a lot more things coming. We're going to do a video on PvP. We're going to be covering all the DLC, all the updates. We've got the Season Pass over here at Bounty Gaming. Hope you guys enjoyed just sort of chilling out with me, going through these patch notes. Whether you have the game or not, it's still good to keep tabs on how it's progressing. When they do have a sale and the price drops to maybe $40 or $50, it's going to be a real good pickup. And for the DLC they're bringing out, some of the changes you won't need to buy. So if PvP interests you, you can get that DLC, whether it's free or whether it costs. If there's another DLC where they say, hey, we've released a couple more missions, if you don't want more missions and you're happy with the core game, then you don't need to buy it. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you ghosts in the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one, and enjoy the rest of your day. Have a really awesome day. Hope it's sunny outside. I'm sitting here looking out at the clouds, so it's definitely a video creation day. I'm going to play some more Ghost Recon Wildlands, try and get all my skills maxed out. Thanks again for all your support, ghosts, and I better go now because it's dragging on. Anyway, guys, peace.